Okay, Lyrsa, so you were eliminated last night on Survivor after Nick turned on you. He joined up with Mike and Angelina, and they voted you out. Did Nick give you any hint at all that he was leaning toward sending you home?
No, but half the tribal, I kind of like realized that he was gonna vote for me. I know that Survivor is not a game of hoping, but I was hoping I was wrong. I felt it as soon as Angelina caught him and started praising his baby blue eyes and all that. I'm like, hey, what about my eyes? They're fucking pretty too. What's wrong with my brown eyes, girl? But yeah, once you sit down and people start, talking, it's you. So it wasn't surprise. It hurt. I'm not gonna say like, yeah, sure, it hurt, but it is what it is. This is a game. So I'm just happy I got to play and met these amazing people over there.
And you had a really funny comment in your parting words saying that the worst part of being voted out now is that you'll have to sit next to Natalie at the reunion show. What was it about Natalie that just got under your skin so much?
I think first of all, I want to clarify that I think that my words have been taken out of context. I was talking more of the point of like, I'm going to a place where everybody hates me because I voted these people out. And for some reason, all the other tribe members decided to keep me. So I was coming from a place of like not me hating her. It was more of me feeling like, oh, this person hates me because she's no longer playing, and I know that she really wanted to play. So that's my take on it. Yeah, I think it wasn't worded correctly from my part. So it wasn't coming out of hate. I think also that Natalie and I rub against each other because I don't know if you realize that I'm 37. So I'm not a 20-something, and I really don't like to be bossed around. And I felt like he was way too bossy. And we can disagree on stuff. You don't have to be, you're not my boss. And I think it was more coming from that point that I don't like to be bossed around. You can ask me or turn me something and we can figure it out. But it was more of it's not what you say, it's the way you say it. So I think that's why we, rub each other wrong, because I felt that he was trying to control everything, and I didn't agree with that. So I made it very possible to annoy her the whole time I was there with her, just because I thought it was going to be fun.
Well, everybody wants to know, when you left Tribal Council, did you take your jacket with you, or did you leave it for poor freezing cold Angelina?
Are you crazy? I took that jacket with me, honey. That jacket, it's here with me. I use it quite often, actually, because it's getting cold here. So, no, if she would have asked me last week, and she would have approached me and told me, like, hey, we are voting you out. It is what it is. I'm cold, this, because I knew she was cold the whole time. I wasn't that cold. Maybe it was because of the jacket, or maybe because I have more tolerance with cold weather, maybe. But if she will have approached me and told me like, hey, you're leaving, can I keep your jacket because it's cold? I will have been like, yes. I have no attachment to the jacket. Only that now I like it. It was part of my experience on the game. So I would like for you to hand it over once you're out of the game. So that would have been my only condition. But since she was like that, no, I took the jacket, and I also took Jeremy's socks because he left the socks and they were wool socks. So I took them with me too, and then I throw them away.
It would have been really funny if you just, when Jeff was snuffing your torch, if you threw your jacket into the fire and said, go get it, Angelina.
I didn't know the jacket was going to be this big hole. Like, I feel like it's the 21 cast member of the show. I didn't even knew that this jacket was a members only, and apparently it's like, a nice thing. I just had a jacket. That's all I
Mm-hmm.
had. I didn't know the brand. I didn't know it was gonna be such a big thing. It was just a jacket to me. I had like no attachments to it, but now I
Mm-hmm.
have a showman's with my jacket. It's just the jacket and I.
You have to bring it to the reunion show.
For sure.
If you could go back and do everything again, would you have worked with Mike and Angelina in order to vote out Nick, or is that just not something that you would have done, because then it would have put the Davids at a disadvantage?
Knowing what I know now, yes. If they needed, I mean, I had a really good relationship with Mike. I know he was really torn about this vote. It didn't show that much on the episodes, but Mike and I had a great relationship. We were part of the Rainbow Coalition. So Mike and I were really close too, and I know that this vote was very difficult for him because if he votes with me, then all the Goliaths are gonna hate him and they're gonna put a target in his back. And he felt bad voting me out because we actually did have a relationship and it was a personal one, it was a one-on-one. So I don't blame him. It was the best move for his game, even though I'm out. So
Mm.
I don't hold it against anybody. It's a game. It's the way it is. That's the premise of the show. We're 20. Only one is gonna win. At some point, you're probably gonna be out. Make the best of
Mm-hmm.
it.
And you got votes. Every single tribal council you went to, people voted for you. But you survived all the way to day 17. Did it feel like a true David versus Goliath scenario where all these votes are coming your way, but you keep battling your way through?
Yeah, I feel like every single tribal, it was me against everybody and trying to prove them, hey, I have some value. I can do this. I'm loyal. This is what I bring to the table. So every single tribal, like people think that I knew that I was not going to be voted out. Every single one of them, including the Jessica one, I always felt that it could have been me. That's why I brought all my stuff all the time. Because if you don't bring anything to tribal, you are very confident on your position, and that it's also something that you cannot rely on. You think you're not gonna be it, and it can be you. So all my faces were pretty honest. The relief sites after the votes were pretty honest. I was battling to stay in the game as long as I could because I was seen as the Daviest of the Davids.
We have a fan question from Misty. How heavy was that huge disc you guys had to carry with the water in it for that final immunity challenge?
That saucer was probably around 150 pounds plus the water.
Mm.
So it was very, very heavy. And when you're sitting at home watching the show and you see all these challenges, you're like, oh, I can't do that. Why they can't move? That doesn't seem hard. It is hard. It is heavy. And we couldn't do it.
Mm.
I knew we were a
Well,
little. I knew that we were gonna be probably a little bit true on that challenge because in every challenge, Jeff goes to you and he talks to you and he was like, "Guys, you totally can do this. This is easy. You totally can do it." He didn't say that on that challenge, and he didn't say that. I'm like, this is tricky. We're probably not gonna be able to do this. And when we lifted, I was like, oh my god. But you have to try. You can't quit. This show you just can't quit. You have to do your best and keep going, keep going.
well, final question, Lyrsa. Who do you think is playing the best game and who is playing the worst game?
I think Nick is playing the best game. He is making connections with everybody. And I mean, he has names for everything. So I think he's playing very well everybody else. I know he's playing for him, but he's playing with everybody and he has no boundaries. It's like, okay, I have to play with Mike, I'll play with Mike. I have to play with Christian, I'll play. So I think he's playing really well. And I think the person that is playing the least, and I don't want her to think it's it's personal or it has anything to do what would happen with me. I think it's Angelina because I don't know what I see from the previews and what happened before. She wants to like take control of everything, and sometimes you have to play a little bit nice. And maybe if you're controlling stuff like I think Nick is, you should not let people know that you are controlling the game. And I think everybody feels that she's trying to control the game. Nothing against her. Love Angelina.
Yeah, and she makes for great TV too.
Oh yeah, I think we're a very diverse cast, and we're all making great TV.
Well, it was great to chat with you. We will see you at the reunion show with your jacket.
Yay! Sure, and I'll sit down next to Natalie, and we're gonna have a lot of fun.